Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. On today's video, I'm going to be making up some delicious, soft and fluffy flour tortillas. Stay tuned. All right, so let's go over the list of ingredients first. We're going to be using 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 cup of hot water. Now you don't want the hot water boiling, okay? You just want it hot. 1/3 of a cup of butter, lard, or vegetable shortening, okay? You can use either one. I've done tortillas with butter or with lard. Either way, they come out fantastic. And then 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. All right, so we got our bowl right there. We're going to be adding 3 cups of all-purpose flour. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Now I'm also going to leave a little bit of flour in my cup that we're going to use later on. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Get it all in there. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I'm using kosher salt. Now the lard that I like to use is from Morel. This is their snow-capped lard. Just going to get 1/3 of a cup of this. All right, so here's my 1/3 cup of lard. Just throw it in your flour. All right, so the next step is just mix everything with your hand, okay? And what you want to do is you want to break up that lard into little bits, almost like if you were making biscuits, okay? Just mix everything together. All right, so that's good right there. As you can see all these little crumbs of lard in there mixed with the flour and the other ingredients. Exactly what you want. Next step is just make a well in the middle. I've got 1 cup of hot water. I'm only going to use about half of it right now, okay? Just like that. And fold your flour into that hot water, just like that. Your hands will get sticky, but that's okay. This is part of the process. Okay, so I need a little bit more water. A little at a time, okay? Just keep on mixing it. And yes, the flour will stick to your fingers, but that's okay. Just keep on mixing it. Okay, I'm going to add the rest of my water. And keep on mixing. Scrape all that flour from the edge of the bowl. So as you can see, the dough stopped sticking to my fingers, okay? That tells you that this is almost ready to move to the counter. So just keep moving it around. Pick up all that flour. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, next step, move your bowl aside and lay some flour on your counter. Just like this. Make sure you wipe down your counters really good too, okay? Just a little bit of flour. And start kneading your dough. Now what I like to do is just push away from me and fold the edges in and then keep folding. Fold it over, keep kneading away from you, okay? You're gonna have to do this for about 10 minutes, okay? Let's show you about 30 more seconds of this. Fold the outside edges in like this, fold it over, and knead away from you. When all this is done, this dough is going to be really soft and fluffy. All right, so I've been kneading the dough for about 10 minutes. And the last 5 minutes, I've been keeping it in a ball just like this, okay? Just rolling it away from you. As you can see, it's nice and soft compared to the way we started, okay? So if this is the first time making this recipe, you wanna bring out your scale and turn it on and put it on grams. Just like that, and weigh it out. 731 grams, okay? So what I need to do is I need to make 12 small dough balls that weigh 61 ounces a piece, okay? Now you can rest it just like this, but I found that resting it in smaller dough balls is a lot easier, okay? So I'm just gonna bring my scale over right here and take off a small amount of this dough and measure out 61 ounces. It's 57. All right, 62 ounces, that's good enough. So next, I'm just gonna roll this small dough ball in the palm of my hand. Just roll and tuck on the bottom, okay? And you wanna make 12 dough balls around this size, okay? Let me do one more for you guys. 69. 63, that's close enough, okay? Again, just tuck and roll in your palms, just like this. Okay, get the nice, soft, smooth texture on the top. Okay, just like that. So I'm gonna finish rolling these out, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so I've got my dough balls rolled out. Just gonna grab the same bowl that I used earlier and just place them in this bowl. Doesn't matter if they touch. Okay, place them all back in there. We're gonna let these rest for about 15 minutes to allow the glutens in the flour to kind of relax a little bit. Now, if you were to try to roll out this dough right now, it's gonna roll out and then wanna suck its way back in. Okay, so I just got a paper towel, a damp paper towel, and put it over the dough. Just like that, over your bowl, I should say. Make sure it doesn't touch your dough. So it's gonna sit on my counter for about 15 minutes. I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so the dough balls have been resting for 15 minutes. Just gonna uncover them and move my bowl aside. Now right here is where you wanna lay enough flour on your counter, okay? Just gonna roll these out now. I got my rolling pin right here. We're also gonna flour the rolling pin. Now this technique right here is really critical, okay? What you wanna do is just start with light pressure. You wanna end up with a football shape like this, okay? That's all you want. Next, flip it over and roll it in the opposite direction. Now you have a kind of a round tortilla. Keep going a little bit more, turn it back into a football shape like this, flip it over, and now end up with a round shape. And if it sticks like that, just add some more flour to your rolling pin. Okay, so I'm just gonna go a little bit faster and keep flipping it over. Okay, a lot of people always say, well, I end up with these tortillas that look like the map of Texas. It's okay, just keep working it. You will get it. Just very little pressure. Okay, flip it over and keep rolling it out. You don't want to press too hard, especially on the edges, because your edges will fold out. Okay, just like that. That's looking really good. A little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my induction burner. Now, if you don't have one of these induction burners from Hestan Cue, I highly recommend it. If you're doing it on the stove, you wanna warm up your cast iron skillet for about 15 minutes before you cook your tortillas, okay? Now this Hestan Cue gets really hot really fast. I will be leaving a link inside the description box. You can check it out if you want one. This is looking really good. Nice and thin, okay? So we've got a nice, perfectly round tortilla. Now you want to leave it in place just like this until your cast iron is nice and warm. Stay tuned. All right, so my cast iron is nice and hot. Again, this Hestan Cue, the beautiful thing about it is that it heats up your entire cast iron instead of like a stove where it just focuses on the middle and the outside edges of the cast iron is still kind of cold. This warms up extremely even, okay? So I'm just gonna grab my flour tortilla and place it in my cast iron just like this. Meanwhile, I'm going to start rolling out another dough ball. When you get this process done, you can really make tortillas pretty fast. Just going to use a butter knife and grab under that tortilla and flip it over, just like that. Looking beautiful. I do have my tortilla warmer right here, so as soon as I'm done with this one, I'm going to pop it in my warmer and place the other one on. Okay, that's ready. I'm just going to put it in my warmer. And put my tortilla in there again, just like that. I'm going to continue this process, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so the flour tortillas are ready, and again, we have 12. Now, one of my favorite things to do is just grab a nice warm tortilla, get some partially melted butter, and put it on there. Get some of that melted butter on there, just like that. And smear that all over your nice, warm flour tortilla. It's a childhood memory right here at Grandma's house. Okay, that's enough butter. Okay, just roll it up into a taco or burrito, just like that. And I do have some leftover pulled beef. Just gonna grab another tortilla right here and put some of this pulled beef on there. Make yourself a nice burrito. Oh yes. This is gonna be good. Okay, just roll it up, fold your tail in, roll it up. Let's give these a try. Stay tuned. All right, let's give our homemade tortillas a try. First, we're gonna try the one with the butter. Nice, soft tortilla, look at this, okay? I'm gonna give some to my daughter to enjoy with me. Here we go. All right, so our tortilla is super soft and fluffy, just an amazing flavor. It really doesn't need that butter, but again, it's a childhood memory of mine. Let's try this burrito. Man, that burrito is so full of flavor. Again, it's that homemade tortilla. If you guys are still buying your flour tortillas from the store, stop it. You saw how simple it is to make these. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions, ask them down below. Until next time, Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. See ya.
There's a knock at the door, but don't freeze in your